Hello, everybody. I'm Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, just outside of Charleston, and I wanted to do my YouTube video today. So today I'm going to go ahead with the project with the noteworthy simple page kit number 8, and I'm going to do an alternative demo, plus show you a couple other ideas with a couple of the punches that are on sale. So anyway, I love being a Creative Memories advisor. I love what I do. And so if you're interested in becoming a customer or an advisor, please contact me. Let me know if I can reach out to you in any way, shape, or form. And so we'll just share a couple pieces of information. But if you go to the website, you can put in my name, Connie Skaggs, that's Skaggs, or my zip code 29456. And it doesn't matter where you live in order to become a team member or a customer. And so I do things virtually also, as well as these YouTube channel videos. And so you can have a lot of ways of doing some simple scrapbooking. Okay, I appreciate it. So let me change my camera and we will get started. I'm just going to show you this. This has got my website, my email address, everything on it. I'm sorry if it's not real clear. There, that might. Sometimes it takes the camera a little bit to get clear whenever I'm focusing on something. But anyway, it's always in my, it's on my YouTube channel in the comments or the description. So just let you know that it's there. Okay, the sample page kit 8 is very fun, summery, great for August, picnics, watermelon, the whole deal. Life is sweet, picnic fun, smiles for miles. Um, Lots of fun with this. And this is made, it's kind of a dotted paper. It's got a little stripe here and it's got a border around the outside. And then this will be the sheet that we're going to cut up for mats and things. The first thing I do is I go right here on this area and I mark in what sizes they are. And how do I find that out? I measure right here. So, like this is a 4 by 10. So I've got two of those. These are, 6 by 4s. And this is a 2 by 4 and 2 by 4s. Not a wood one, though. Not a 2 by 4 by 8 foot, like my husband uses. So, anyway, but these are piece of places that we're going to cut and then lay this out. But I'm going to show you a tip today on how to make this edging without cutting a whole bunch of paper. Hopefully that'll be a good tip for you. And you'll need your straight trimmer. And of course, I have this special one with the blue. They are out of the white one. It might be back in stock, but I know they run out when we had our buy get one. Our mats here are this cutting mat is I don't know what that's got sticky on it. I probably had a small piece of something that didn't want it to move. And of course, I will stick a little bit of repositional tape, and I usually have this cleaned off before I come on my video. Our housing here is really easy. Your blade is here, it's inside here. This has to engage and push out in order for your blade to even show up. And so that's what these little buttons under here do. And so whenever you push down on it, that's when the cutting is going to take place. You've got measurements on this side. You've got a little white line here. It's an inch from that to the here and from the top to the white line. And the white line is where it cuts. We have these little guides on here that's got little black lines on them underneath, so you can be sure everything is, exactly lined up, which is what you need when you're going to cut these apart. Not always is it clear on how to cut those apart on the other side. So we're going to cut these apart and then just lay it out. I'm not going to finish it just because I want to get to the other part that we're going to do. And so, and I'm going to be using Relax in the summer. My new berry paper hasn't arrived yet. And so I already had this because I get it in the bundle as soon as it comes out. And I have, you know, the pocket pages that come with that. I get the 3 months ahead of time. And so that's a pretty perfect deal. Okay, so these, you want to cut along these long lines first, because if I cut down this way, I would cut part of that one off, and I don't want to do that. So I put it in here, and I can line this up by the little black line, and this first line is where it's going to cut, but it'll also be at 4 inches here. So that's a good spot to double check and see that my line is good. And this one here is good. It's right on top of it. And so one cut, and that does that one. We're going to go again. Make sure that that's right on top. And that is right on top. And it cuts that one. And so then we'll go ahead and cut this little piece off. And so we're going to use that one together. This one's together. Just lay our pieces over there. After you get so used to the trimmer, you don't even have to worry about those little guidelines too often. Sometimes you want to be sure everything is pushed up or pushed down at the bottom to the little heads so that those are. So. Okay, so this is fairly simple to lay out as far as that goes. They have these at the bottom. Let me see my picture here. Yeah, they have these, giving it about a 1/2 inch again there up. And so it just kind of is right there to the edge on each side. And of course, by me using my 13-inch mats, I've got these, this is you can tell that's a 1/2 inch here. This is going to be 1.5 inches by 11. And so do all that in a little bit. And then they have one of these here. It's kind of in a little bit, and this one's in. I didn't even look at the numbers on the back, but the numbers will match what they tell you to put. It says come in about that far. And this one here goes kind of like right here against it, so you can have a journal box. You could also split that apart just a little bit if you wanted to, but you could put it up against it, because they have that to do decorative up against it or whatever. They also have a sticker that they put up in the side of each of these, right on that side. And so I just letting you see how that layout would look. And I'm not decorating or anything, so, but that would be this pretty much. And they have it for 3 by 3 pictures right on top. And this one would be a 3.5 by 5.5 picture. And then you can do a little cluster here, do a little stickers or something up here, maybe a title, and then you've got your journal box. And you can decorate, maybe down here, put your other stickers on, cause the stickers, they had these are like a wooden look to them, and so kind of picnic table-ish look. The little lights, I don't know that they use those. They did use the chair down here in the corner. You got this roll that's right up underneath it there, so the picnic roll, and you got flowers and baskets of fun stuff. So lots of goodies on here. And so this just is a bright, sunny, summery page. I love it. Not maybe things that you do a lot of, but we're always eating food, and we have family gatherings, and you have somebody over, or you have the kids playing, or the grandkids playing. And so it's a great way to, just incorporate those in. Now, my tip I want to show you today is how to miter these corners so you can use half inch. How many times do you just use they say cut off a 1/2 inch strip, cut off a 1 inch strip. Well, that's what we're going to do. And we're not going to miter these so they match. I'm going to show you how to do those. So let me move this all out of the way, and we'll get started on our next page. So, because I had some of the new Stardust White, it's called, and it's just got a little splotches, little paint specks kind of in it. And so I'm going to use that as my base today. And I'm using this piece of paper I've got from, and I've already cut something off of it. So I've got enough here because I need at least a 6-inch piece to cut everything that I need to cut for the outside and the edging. So what we're going to do, and of course I go to this side and cut at um, the first line. This right here is my 1/2 inch line, and that's this first line here. And so that's where I'm going to be cutting because from there to this line is a 1/2 inch. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then I'm going to need two 1.5 inch strips. So we're going to go right to so if you think of it as the first railroad track line, some people call it a railroad track. So if you want to do it that way, but I need 6 of these. Now, the one reason I'm going this way is because in a minute when I cut the 1.5 inch, I want the lemons showing this way. So we got 1/2, 1, 2, and I'll have to show you. And you could do this with cardstock. You don't have to use paper. I just thought these blended this to the green and this with the yellows with the lemons on this side really matched good. So 4, 5, 6. That's all of those I need. Now I need 2 that are 1.5 inches. And you can do this either way. You can do it on this side. I like to do it on this side because I've still got, up here's the 1 inch, this longer one, it says a 1, and then you come over the to the 1/2 inch. So you're going to go on these little railroad tracks, you go from the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth one, right here, or well, this uh, fourth main one. That's a 1.5 inch. And so cut that, and I need 2 of these. And this should be at about 4 inches. Looks like it's about 4 1/4. But I think I'll make it 4 inches because it will work for. This is just be a little strip that you don't need. And let's go ahead and we'll turn this, pull our arm out because that is, I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. And so these will be turned over and there'll be 2 mats. Now, if I'd not had some cut off on the other one, I would have had 6 inches left. I could have done 3 mats down the side. So just letting you know. Now, oh, the other thing I want to do is I need to cut 1 inch off of these 2 because I only need it at 11 inches. So if I'm going to stack these on top of each other and I'm going to take it to the 1 inch. And now I've got, these are 1.5 by 11 inches. So, okay. Let's set this aside because we still need a couple mats and things, and we'll probably just do them out of cardstock or whatever. If you have more paper, you could. I have some other papers that are yellows and stuff. Now, what I need to do is I need to take 2 of these and we're going to miter the corner. Well, maybe I'll get them up here in a minute. And if this is your first time cutting these, I would suggest for you to cut them separately. And so this line that's across here is a 45 degree, and I want the peak of this to be on that first line where it's going to cut. And so if you have to bring down your guide, you can. But I think I'm good. I hope my head's not, oh, my head is in. So I was trying to look on top there. I've got a kind of a glare here a little bit. So, okay. And so take it up. And so that's taking this little triangle off. Okay. Now I need another one on the other side going the same direction. So what have I got to do? Flip it. That is a very important part of this. So still put it on the 45 degree and hold it steady. You know, we got these moldings and stuff in our house, and you wonder how carpenters do it. Well, they call it mitering a corner. And so there's the other piece. And so that's scrap. So I want you to see that this corner and this one is going opposite directions. Okay. Now I need to do another one just like that. So now I would have just stacked them and done them both at the same time. But I want you to be comfortable with cutting them off at an angle. And you know, really, I mean, you probably, if you looked at it close, you could probably do it with a pair of scissors, but this is a pretty precise cut that way. Remember what we got to do here? We got to flip it to do our other corner because it won't work. That's what I'm showing you on this tip. And this is called mitering your corners. It's an easy way. You know, how many of our designs or our you know, virtual crops or sketches all want you to do a frame of some sort. I've showed you how to do the 1-inch frame, being an easy way to do it. But sometimes you don't want to waste your paper or you're building on top of something else. Now I'm building on cardstock, and you know, really, you know, our paper is cheaper than cardstock. Did you realize that? So anyway, our cardstock is $1 a sheet, but for $10 on our paper, you get 12 sheets. Now, we don't always like to mess with those. Okay, here's what we're going to do. And so I'm just do a little bit down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this bottom one is going here. And get another piece here. And I will probably put more tape on it than this, but I'm just going to show you how this works. And so, you know, we can line up, you know, a 1/2-inch piece. No problem. Just put a 1/2-inch piece across through there. Okay, well then you've got this piece and it comes here. And what happens is your corners look finished. And of course, I would be on top of this to show you, but let me see. I mean, I don't have much tape on that one, but here I've got the tape on this one. And so it's to the corner. Now, if that is longer, and like I say, of course, that piece might be a little bit longer. Maybe I've got this off just a little bit. And I would line it up because I'd be standing on top of this, and I don't want to do that for you guys. So we're going to lay this out. I'm not going to go ahead and tape it, but anything that you want to do this with a 1/2-inch piece, you could use different color cardstock or something like that, and lay this out. And then this one's on top. And then where was this? It was right on the inside. Remember how this piece here is all the way to the edge? That's what these are. And so this will go fit right inside here. And that becomes that edge. Now this one's not all put together, and it will be before I finish my video and before I post my video anyway, and I'll take a picture of it. Now, something that I want to show you, because see, I also took this green paper piece I had left, and I had punched out one of these. This is the leafy vine. I love this one because I use it so much. And I started to do it in the same paper, but I really liked it in the avocado. And so that just kind of makes this pop. Instead of having a sticker up through here, see how well that looks with that? But not only that, if you take these little leaves and every so often you just pinch them up a little bit, it gives it an extra depth and character, so to speak. You could put a little um, a line in it with a microtip pen. You know, I just don't usually, I've done that before on some that I felt needed it, but I'll show you a couple of my pictures that I've done recently where I've used the leafy vine. But see, if I do this, then I don't know that you can see, but there is a definite, uh, you know, it gives a little three-dimensional look to it and stuff, which I like that. Now, our punches all work the same. We have the little lines here at the front. They're on either side, so you can punch either way. You put your paper in at that point, you know, so that you can see your line on the outside, and you punch. Then all the blue is where, and I'll just punch one so that you can see. And then when you bring it up, you want it to line up and cover up all that before. And then that's where you go again and see, and then you keep moving it up until all the blue is covered with the pattern. Some of ours has got a little notch on it, and that helps you to guide this too. And so see, I come all the way up until I have that covered. I just didn't want to spend all my time today doing that. Oh, okay, so that's it. Okay, I probably didn't have that one right at the right spot, but you know what? This is real easy with our micro tip scissors. You know, I love the little scissors. They're precision, and I can come right in here and trim that and trim that. And same thing here at the top. Trim this. Well, I actually cut that more than I needed to. But you know what I can do? I'll just round that off a little bit. Make it look like the leaf. And so there you go, is another one of those. So for this, this is regular $29. That is on for $14.50. And so that's a deal any way you look at it. We have so many spring, summer, fun papers. And of course, if you got any of the new berry, then that's going to be great with it. The other one that we have that is on sale is the lemon punch. Well, you wonder why I wanted to use lemon paper. Okay. So I'm just going to punch a couple of lemons here. And this is out of our canary yellow. But I'm also going to punch a couple out of the green. This little green piece that I've got left. Because I want to I'm going to cut the very top of this off. I'll place this lemon on top of this. I just like my cut to be a little bit smoother there. Now, if you cut this little leaf off right here, and I cut the little tip off, so I've showed you this before, you've got a balloon. So, sometimes our punches can be used for more than one thing. Now, you could do this a couple different ways if you want to, if you don't want the green behind it. I'm just trying to line it up here a little bit, and I'm out of the camera. So I'm just lining it up a little bit. But it gives it a little depth to it, and so there's your lemon, you know. And this could be a lime, if you wanted to leave it in the green. So lemons and limes, lots of fun during the summer. Take the tip off, and the leaf off, and it becomes a balloon. So, our punches, like I said, is great for extra things that you might, you don't have enough embellishments on. Okay, so there's you a balloon. There's you a lemon and a lime. So just a couple. This one is $12.50 on sale. We had this one back a couple of years ago with our NSD because it was a lot of lemons and things in that one. So I know that they're doing this often to match up with papers that we already have and things. But let's look here if we do a little, cluster like this here. Now I'm just going to lay this out because I don't have it all put together, and you'll just be patient with me. Hopefully you've liked learning about the mitered corners and stuff today. So I do want to do that. And this, let's see what size this is. Oh, 10 inches. So let me see if I can get to, is it probably not because I cut the lemon out of it. I see, oh, it's right at it. So let's see if we can get. Won't be close. So for a little scrap here, I can make me some more lemons. And remember that piece across the bottom, it was 4 inches by 10 inches. And this will go on top here, so it gives a little character to it. The same thing over here, and I'm doing that right at the 11 inch, or up 1 inch. It says it's using a half, and I want to use the other there. And seeing I have this green, another couple little mats there that we can use. And I've got room here for a little journal box. And I probably have, this was a journal box left over out of the mats. So I could even use that in there. So just letting you see that there's other ways to make this and do this as a mitered corner. So hopefully you've liked that technique today. But let me show you a couple things that I've done with the leaf punch. I've got a couple pictures and I'm just going to show you. Okay, like this one here, I done one of the punches from our, and I used the leaf punch and I actually bent this up, and this is loose. And I put some other flowers on top of these little leaves. Some of them I just used the little leaf and not the leaf that come with that punch. And I've done them at different, and so I probably cut one of these and I done different pieces. I just cut them off what I needed. So that was another way to use the greenery there. Here I done, this was one of the pages, I think I done this one back a ways, and this was an extra one where I done I used the paper and done it up the sides. One of the decorative papers that they had in here. And this was on one of the simple kits. And so I done that with this leaf punch. Another one I did in this album, and I didn't, oh, right here. And this was some from our NSD paper. And I don't know if you can really tell, but if you look a little closer, see how that is, and this is underneath my page protector. And I have pinched these up so that it gives it dimension, but I only glued down every so often on the middle stem. And so then that makes it, and these are a couple that I've punched out of NSD paper and then put them on another piece of paper. It makes it look like a trellis. And I did the same thing on this side. And I just variegated them as far as size went. You know, had a couple here and there. And so sometimes you just have a piece of paper and you can do that, a couple little sprigs. So I wanted to show you those. So you saw there was other areas that I was able to use the leafy vine punch, and I should have pulled the balloons, but I know I've showed that before, how to use the lemon punch for your balloons for birthday parties or things. Whatever color you're using or paper you're using, you can come up with a balloon. And so just letting you know that too. So let me change this back. I will end up doing this page complete so that you will be able to see it finished. And so, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed my YouTube video today. Please subscribe and like my videos and give comments. That always helps in seeing that my videos come up and show up for other people to be able to see. I don't charge for you to be able to see them and, you know, or a tip that I'm showing. And so it's a way for you to learn and grow and maybe make a fast page. I'm about making pages fast and getting our pictures in our albums. I want to preserve the things that I have and in photo safe, archival, safe papers and albums. And so, but contact me if you're interested in a beginner class. I can do it by virtually also. So it doesn't matter, like I said, where you live. I appreciate it too. And I wanted to also mention that the secret box number 3, if you have been getting those, that is running hot now, meaning that it was selling faster than they had anticipated. Um, so I would not look for that to last very long. It's not going to last 2 weeks. It may not last this week. So I did check just before I got on, and it's the same thing. These are still in the discounted. So if you go to the sales tab or something, it'll show both of those will come up. They're also under the what's new because that is a newer promo they have. And so these will run, I believe they're always while supplies last. And so if they don't sell out, they will last through next Friday, I do believe. So, but anyway, this is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, right outside of Charleston, South Carolina, as your creative memory advisor. And I hopefully you enjoyed my YouTube video today. I appreciate it very much. We'll see you later. Bye.